Thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you. And that's why I'm really here, to say thank you to everyone. We know in rowing that, except for those single stars, especially, we know in rowing, it's a team sport. And it's a team sport, and this boathouse is where I really got my opportunities. And I have to thank Jack Kelly, Cal, as we call him, for opening this boathouse to women. As soon as they learned that women's rowing would be on the Olympic program, Cal said, Vesper's motto is creating world and Olympic champions. We have to be open to women. Now, some of the guys are not as pleased with that. And I love that. Where's Diane? She's here somewhere. And her husband was among those that nailed the women's locker room, such as it's quite modest, like this. Would there be like 20 of the locker rooms fit in here? And as I reminded people, in the winter we'd go outside to warm up because it was so cold in there. But the guys weren't all that impressed with it. But Diane managed to train them, at least in the case of her husband, that there was a better way. There's a better way through rowing. And we became a real team, and we are a team. That's what this sport is about. I'm going to mention a couple of words and names, although the Philadelphia crowd will be able to answer this. Philadelphia Women's Rowing Club, PGRC. Girls, okay, that's right, girls. By the way, I will need the help of the audience many times, so please feel free to help me. Just tell me where I'm wrong, and together as a team we'll get it right. We have Ernestine Bear. People know Ernestine Bear.
Senior and junior.
Oh yeah, generations of the Bears, and I remember Ernestine as a name that I knew before I got here to Philadelphia. Gail Pearson Cromwell, people remember that name. Oh, the ones from 76 remember, 7680, who remember that. There's one other name I wanted to recall.
Oh, Mary Pryor Johnnick.
There we go. Generations of Johnnies as well. They started to do something, and indeed women have been rowing since the early 1900s. There's pictures of women in singles because, of course, it was dangerous to have women in a team event. And in fact, even the IOC, for a long time, women could compete at games, but in individual events. And one of the things we know about rowing, it's a team event, and it's a team event forever. And the fact that we can get together anywhere in the world, get into a boat, and row, just proves that it's a team event across time and space. Time and space. This club, I love this club because it gave me my opportunities, but because of its history. And this did not look like this when I was here at all. This was the guys' area. And this is the weight room, primarily. Locker room, weight room.
But we had our wedding reception here.
Yes. That would be Sue Hooten sitting there. Actually, could I just ask the people who were here in the late 70s, early 80s to stand up as Vesper folks? Do you mind if I do that?
The early 70s.
Yeah, early 70s. Yeah. There are other folks here who worked at Vesper. There were other clubs and other places in the world, like Prep Town and places like looking at Carol right here. So those who are part of the 76 team, please stand up. Showing again, as never one person, it's always a team. Now, one of my favorite stories about Vesper was this didn't look like this. And then finally, money was raised over centuries, it seemed, to make it become more like this. So everything had to be taken out while it was being renovated. And so, where did all the stuff go when the time came back? And people said, oh gosh, I wonder where. someone called and asked me about some stuff, and I said, well, have you found the bow of the 1908? I said, what? I said, we have the bow of the Olympic gold medal winning 1908. I hadn't even heard of it. I said, well, I will tell you that Coach Hooten, John Hooten, saw what was happening and said, we have to make sure we don't let the stuff get destroyed. And
He gave me the plaque at that day. I brought it home. It was in my closet for years. He said, take this and take it home and keep it safe.
And so, we still have the bow of the 1908 horse show that won a gold medal in Paris. We know. Yeah.
I stuck it under my zip.
Yeah. It's not so small, but it still exists. So, history, remembrance, appreciation is what this sport is about. And I was kind of disappointed that we weren't at the convention with everyone. And I'm glad that men are here because, of course, men should be a part of this. We're all together. Oh, there's one other person I have not spoken of, and of course I must.
Joanne.
Thank you. People have seen my brain going to the ball. Of course, Joan, who was
Joanne, it wasn't right then. Joanne, right now it's Joanne.
who was an epic name when I was here. And so, Joanne, would you please stand so we can recognize you?
A little later at meetings so that people can stop saying, who is she?
The other thing I know about rowers, it's better to let them speak for themselves on their behalf. So, thank you very much. But she was a part of the push to get women's rowing on the program. And one other name that we really need to remember, and probably very few people in this room will know, is Nellie Gambon. We have some yeses there. Nellie Gambon was a Dutch woman, and she, more than anyone else, was responsible for bugging Tommy Keller and insisting that women's rowing be put on the program. I will name one other woman's name that I'm very sure most people in this room will not know, and that is Monique Berliou, who for, let's see how many years, 68, no, 65, 75, 85, is that 30 years? I'm not supposed to do math out loud in public. Was essentially the CEO of the International Olympic Committee. And when it came time to vote on whether rowing should be on the program or not, the answer was yes, the International Olympic Committee votes on this. And afterwards, the then president of the IOC, Lord Callanan, said, okay, so which votes? And she said, all six. I said, all six? I thought we were talking about three. She said, no, all six. They said yes. So she managed to make sure, which is phenomenal for any sport on the program to be able to come in with a full slate of votes. It is Monique Berliou who made it possible for 6 votes to be on the program of the games of 1907 and 6. So Monique Berliou is very much responsible for where we are today. Not me, Monique and Nellie. They were the ones internationally that made this happen. So today we're going to do a lot of talking. And it's dangerous to have a rower with a microphone because we don't get to talk on the water, so it's all pent up for outboard, so we have to talk when we're free on the land. I know we have a lot that's going to happen that's important this morning, so let me not take up any more of that time. Let's get on with the program, and I will end with where I began by saying thank you. Thank you all, the men and women of our sport are remarkable, even the guys that tried to lock us out of our tiny little locker room. They were trainable. And they were protecting something they thought was only theirs. But once we came here, it became ours, not theirs, but ours. That's what our sport is about. So thank you rowing, thank you Vesper, Thank you all for being here, and let's have fun today. Thank you.